Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me okay? It is great to see you all. I'm Claire Foster. I am the Director of Product Marketing at Smartcat. We build global marketing AI agents that help global marketers translate their content so that you can cover more channels, more regions with your existing team. I have been a global marketer for 15 years. It's a top of mind concern for me right now. We're all just trying to get our content seen by all of these engines, and it's a top of mind issue for us. We need more volume. We need to cover more channels, more regions. So, but I think that it's a challenge for us because I don't know about you, but every company that I have worked for, my content workflow has always gotten in the way of just becoming efficient. Every company I have worked for, my campaign workflow has looked a little bit like this. We have a brief, we write copy, we do review cycles, we move to graphics, more review cycles, approvals get crazy. And I don't know about you, but when it comes to translations, I have never felt confident in actually starting that process until I'm pretty much ready to launch a campaign in my primary region. And I can't launch my campaigns in my secondary regions until my translations come back. And I just launch what I can, where I can, when I can at that point. And it's messy. And what happens in that time frame, right? I launch here, I launch there. I miss out on revenue because if I had launched in all my regions on day one, I'd be getting revenue, I'd be getting pipeline on day one, but I can't. My brand kind of starts to go all over the place. When I have freelancers, different tools helping me translate and globalize my content, everybody has their own interpretation of the brand. My messaging, it kind of goes all over the place. Plus, we're just kind of missing the moment. If I'm not firing on all cylinders when I'm launching a campaign, when I'm launching a product, you lose the moment and your campaign performance shows. Like, we've all been there. It's not our fault, right? It's just the workflow. It doesn't help us when we're working in global regions. So that's why so many global content teams are moving to AI. That's obvious, right? But what we're starting to seeing is they're actually bringing AI agents onto their teams. So, what does that mean? I don't know how many of you are using AI agents, but I want to demystify what that means, what it looks like. And I know a lot of us get concerned about the actual output. Are they actually going to give me an output that I can use, that I don't actually have to go back and rework everything they give me because it just is terrible? Is it going to be something that I can use? So what I do at Smartcat is I do use my global AI agents to help me translate my own campaigns. I'm kind of like customer zero. So what I want to spend this time doing is teaching you how I translate my own campaigns. I'm going to use my Smartcat agents because I am customer zero, but along the way, I'm going to translate a campaign in this session, and I'm going to give you tips and tricks that are going to work no matter what types of agents that you work with as a global marketer. I'm going to teach you how you can optimize campaigns and just kind of open up the ideas of what's possible with AI agents so that as you start to think about how you can structure your team, how you can start to do more with global teams, what is possible, what you want to look out for, what you want to be thinking about. So let's translate a campaign. So the last campaign that my team and I launched, the lead magnet was an ebook. So let's start there. It was a PDF, 20 pages. What you see on the right-hand side here is a brief. You kind of have to treat your AI agent like a human. You got to tell them what you're doing. So I need to tell them I'm starting in English. I need to translate for a North American campaign into French, Canadian, and Spanish. My first tip here, everybody, is you need to be thinking about a system. I have an agent that can translate copy into multiple languages at one time. If your CMO tells you next quarter we need to move into 2 regions or 10, you need a system that will not break. So that's the first tip here. The next, what you see here is my workflow. So what's happening in the green, my agents are translating everything immediately, of course, it's AI, right? But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I trust my agents to translate 20-page documents and I'm like, poof, let's go put it out into the open. We're not there yet. I'm going to tell you how we can optimize our AI output in a moment, but I do still have translators in the region that I want to get eyes on it. I want them to capture the local nuances. Let's Just be honest. So what I have my AI agents doing, they know my workflow. They know that I want those local translators looking at things and reviewing things before they go out into the wild. If I want, I can get Bob from legal in this process too. So my next tip is, as you're thinking about agents, you need them to be working within your process. You don't want them working around you. And this is possible. You can make this happen with agents. You just have to be thinking about it in advance. So the next tip, brand consistency. I talked about how it is possible to get a better output from agents and AI output. If you're thinking about it in advance, you have to set them up and you have to train them. So the way that I go about this, the way my agents are programmed, what you see here are AI agents and humans working together. So on the right-hand side, you have the French-Canadian content, and a human reviewer is going through line by line, reviewing and approving the content. What's really cool is that the agent on the right-hand side is kind of telling them, like, this is how confident in what I am and what I translated as AI. But where it gets better is it's saying, like, hey, I've also seen you as the human approve this piece of content before, or like a fuzzy match of this content. So if the AI knows, like, I've seen this sentence before, you don't have to spend this time on it. The more content that you're feeding the agents, the less time you have to spend going line by line on everything. Marketers, we're spending our time saying the same things 100 different times. The more content you feed it, the less time you have to spend, and your brand just gets more and more consistent the more time you spend on it. So this is possible. You can do this with agents. You just got to be thinking about it. Next, using a connected system of agents. The way I have mine set up, they focus on very narrow specific subjects. I have one that focuses on PDFs, one that focuses on websites. So next, I'm doing my landing page. So my website translator, everything that the PDF translator just learned about my brand from 20 pages of content, it can go tell the website translator. My website, all I'm doing is putting the URL of my English landing page in, and you see there's like 3 sentences there. Pretty much everything that is in here was covered in the ebook. I really don't even need human in the loop. If I want human in the loop, I can have it, but I don't know, I don't need it. Everything that the PDF agent learned, it's going to tell this website translator agent, and this is an immediate process. What I wanted to drop as a tip here too is you need to be thinking about your technology. So your agents should have the capability, if you set them up appropriately and you're mapping this out in advance, to integrate into all of your marketing tech stacks. So when I go into my CMS, I'm able to just see my agents there. I can just upload my English content into my CMS and have everything just get translated immediately. Again, if I want humans to review things before, that's fine. I can set them up to do that. You just kind of have to be thinking about like where you want those human in the loop workflows and just be intentional about it. Maybe you want it everywhere. Maybe you only want it in certain areas. All right, next. Same concept here, images. Again, just thinking about the fact that you want to be able to translate all types of marketing content in one place. The only thing I would call out here, like, you don't want to be bugging your designers for every single piece of content, right? You want to be able to do everything on your own. So my image agent, like, it can help me when content is expanding and contracting in different languages. It's able to help me like handle those changes in character counts on its own. Like, those are the kind of things you want to think about. What are the implications every time I change my content? How do I avoid bugging somebody and bringing somebody else into the process that's going to slow me down? How can I have an agent help me? Let's just remove anybody from the process that doesn't need to be in it, because that's what's going to slow you down. All right, last thing, videos. I had a webinar in this campaign, and I was delivering the webinar. I needed to clone my voice because I do not speak French, not even close. So has anybody ever tried to match voiceovers to timing of the content in a webinar in a different language? It's terrible. You want your agent to be able to help you with that kind of thing. So all of this happens. It remembers your brand. You don't have to think about the brand consistency because all your agents are working together. This is the power of a system. Everything comes together. All your different content types come together. This is what's possible. I wanted to just share a story with you from one of our actual customers as well. Enough about me. Expondo, director of content there, she uses us for SEO, content translations. When she moved to us, got rid of all of her freelancers that she was having to manage manually. She reduced her costs by half. She increased her SEO output by 50%. She got a lot of time back too. So that's the great thing about agents. You're getting time back. You're not doing all the tedious stuff that marketers don't want to do. If you want to learn more, everybody, we're right over in booth 430. I would love to talk to you all about any type of agents, Smartcat or not. We use them for all sorts of marketing use cases. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. Come see us at booth 430. Thanks so much.